Hello everybody, welcome. I'm Zoya, welcome. So basically, in this wonderful reading, this is going to be for individual reading for Leo as a fire sign. This Leo is going to be going for this reading of this Zoya reading for Leo as well. And for Leos who are out there as in zodiac signs, you pay attention to it as it goes, as it goes along, and this is how it seems to be. So it's going to be for September the 15th to September 21st of 2025. So basically for you, Leo, you have to pay attention whether you're going to like this or not, but you have to play by the rules, and you have to understand what it takes, and you have to believe that everything's going to be fine and everything else, right? So you have to understand what the way how it goes. It's the way it seems to be. You think that, everything's going to be fine, or everything is like going to be intense, and this is how it goes, and it varies, and you have all these responsibilities, and when you have all these responsibilities, you know how it goes in that way, and you're trying to have your own ability from the right or wrong perspective. That's all you can do, but you have to be serious about how you're doing in that way. You have to provide what you're doing in that way, and this is like not balancing it. This is not the way how it goes. But you know what, Leo, you have to pay attention whether you like it or not in that way. And you have to do exactly what you're told to do, because you're trying to be responsible how you're doing in that way, because that's how it goes, right? That's how it seems to be, right? That's how it is. So you have to understand that. Now, this could be you versus them in that way, maybe in that category, but this is how it goes. We're going to figure out who's in the middle of the situation. So this is how it seems to be in that way. And this is how it is in that way. So we're going to understand what's happening in that way, because that's how it goes in the way how it goes. So this is here. This is the way it goes. So let's see what's going on. So in this reading for you, Leo, basically the sun ones that right there, you're feeling resilience. It's like everything's not the way how it goes. But this is for you. For them, they have the Nine of Swords here. There's no drama in this situation. There's nothing about that. But the way how this is how it goes, right? This is the way it seems to be, right? We don't know who's in the middle, not yet, but I'm going to clarify that, eventually. But the way how this is, we're going to figure out what's going on in this process, because this is the way it seems to be. So I'm going to clarify this step once for you. World is ever, there's completion. 3 wands here, there's no communication. 3 cups here, there's no celebration. But the lovers are right, there's decisions. You're making decisions because that's all you can do. But when you have no communication, you're not communicating. It's like, why are you doing it? Because you're closing off your communication. Do you understand that? Yes. When you're closing off your communication, you're closing off of it. You're not trying to disclose your contacts or anything else on your phone or on your mobile device. No. But the way all this is, you are not processing about your own active way about having your own communication, And when you close that off, it's like, well, this is not going to end well. No, it's not. So the way how this is, you're trying to understand what it goes in that way, because this is how it is, right? For them, let me clarify that. The moon reverse, there's missed rotations. For sorcerers, there's no rest. 6 wands reverse, there's no celebration. 4 cups reverse, there's no distraction. The death card is upright. There's endings, yes, because you're basically focusing on Scorpio as water sign, because you want things to happening all at once. It's like, okay, this is the way it seems to be. I got this, alright. But you have to understand about the way how this is and the way how it is. So let's see about you. The world of yours, there's incompletion, right? So everything is completed, everything's not completed. That's how it goes. What's on the right side? The moon reverse, there's no missed rotations. Alright, that's how it goes, right? So for you, let me clarify this world card for you. The Tower is upright, there's transformation. Empress reverse, there's no nourishment. The Wheel of Force, you're having good luck, right? That's how it goes. So you're in between this, And when you have your own transformation, everything's changing, that's how it goes. By logical estimation, you know how it is in that way, because you're trying to understand that, right? That's the way it seems to be. The Wheel of Fortune, you're having good luck in the way of a good position, and you understand what it is, right? You're trying to understand that from your own P's and Q's of how it goes in that way, and think, this seems to be fine, alright, I know what to do. Yes, but there are temptations of knowing what to do, and that's how it goes. You ask and you shall receive, that's how you can do, but that's how it is. For them, let's say about this moon card here. The star of yours, there's no inspiration. The Hangman is upright, there's restrictions. What's the opposite with the star card? The Strength card is upright, there's bravery. Yeah, because you're focusing on another Leo, as another fire sign. So you want things to be happening all once, right? You're trying to figure out that you can understand about between you versus them in that way. Because you know what, Leo, you need to understand that. You need to have your own biological estimation. You have to understand that, right? And there is ways about knowing what to do. It's like, this is the way how it is. This is how, you're not trying to criticize. You're not trying to intervene. You're not trying to disclose yourself. Whatever it is. You're trying to put things into the best motive of that way, and knowing that, alright, this is indeed interesting, or you know what to do, yes, but the way how this is, you have to go with the flow, and when you do it, it's like, okay, there's things to be fine, alright, I know what to do, yes, but that's how it goes in that way. It's like, alright, this seems to be very interesting, I know what to do, alright, yippee, hooray for me, alright, I got this, that's how it goes, right? So what's in the middle of this situation? The Empress here, there's no nourishment. Alright, so there's no nourishment, not yet. But the way how this is, it's going to be how it's going to be for the clarification, right? This is going to be. So I'm going to clarify the middle card. The Knight of Wands here, so there's no immaturity, right? So you already have immaturity. You already have your own ways about mature enough. That's how it goes. But I'm going to clarify between the middle and the left, middle to right. The King of Cups here, there's no support. Queen of Cups here, there's no empathy. Ten of Swords here, there's conclusions. Nine of Cups here, there's romance. Eight of Swords here, there's basically, you're saying that it could be anxiety because you're feeling sad, you're whimpering. Leo, that's how it goes. It's like things are not going to be happening all at once, but you might be dealing with another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in that way. You might be dealing with another Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You might deal with another generally recurs once again. That's how it goes in that way. What's between the middle and the right side, please? The 10 of Wands card, there's burdens. 9 of Swords card, there's trauma. 7 of Swords card, you're not feeling silence. The Empress is upright, there's nourishment. Yes. So, they are feeling nourished, and that's how it goes. But you're having anxiety. That's the difference, right? That's the big difference. And when you do it, it's like, okay, this is going to be happening. Alright, I know what to do, but this is how it goes. This is like gone wild. This is not going to be, gone wild child. Like, that's not how it is. Like, it's funny, right? But the way how this is, you know what I mean, right? That's how it goes, right? So, you understand what I'm trying to say here. What's between the middle and left, middle to right? Queen of Wands yours, there's no charisma. Here from yours, there's no guidance. 5 Cups are there's grief. World of yours, there's incompletion. 9 of Swords, there's trauma. Yes, because you're feeling like that. It's like, oh, well, this is not going to be happening. I don't want to do this. But the way how this is, things are going to be happening when they do. That's how it goes. And you have to understand that. Because there's always, the ways how you can do it in that way. Left, right, and center, And that's how it goes. So you might be doing it in a Pisces. You might be doing it in another Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You might be doing it in generally Aquarius. That's how it goes in that way. What's between the middle and the right side? The Strength card is upright, there's bravery. 9 of Cups yours, there's no romance. 9 of Wands yours, there's no fear. Chariot is upright, there's progress. Yes, because everything's progressing, right? If we don't have romance, if we don't have a fear, what's the point? We're going to clarify. Is the High Priest yours, there's no inner voice. The King of Swords yours, there's no knowledge. Taurus yours, there's no transformation. 6 of Wands yours, there's no celebration. But Ace of Cups alright, there's romance of prosperity of romance. That's how it goes. Because you might be dealing with another everything's all satisfied, everything's all good. But you might be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio in that way, right? What's in the middle of the situation? Lovers yours. There's no decisions. Not yet, because you already know what your decision is. You already know about the Midas touch. That's how it goes. So you have things to be happening and everything else. So let's see what's on the left side. So you basically have Lovers, right? That means that you're making decisions. That's all you want, right? Leo, you pay attention to what you want, what you get, what you do, because that's how it goes on the left side. In the middle, you're the Justice Yours. You're not telling the truth. You're lying about something. I don't know why, but let's see what's going on. And what's on the right side for them is the Empress Yours. There's no nourishment. Alright, so there is a possibility out there in that way. So let me clarify these Lovers for you. The Death card yours, there's no endings, but the Magician, right, you're having skill, right? Everything is all good because everything is all spontaneous, that's how it goes. And things are really happening all at once. You're not trying to say that you're having endings or anything like that. No, you're not. But this is the way how it seems to be. You're trying to understand that, to believe what you're doing in that way. You're trying to have your own sense of control. You have ability from the right or wrong perspective, but you're trying to understand that, right? You're trying to believe that everything seems to be fine and wicked and everything else. But the way how this is, you're trying to understand that. That's the way it goes on your side, alright? In the middle with this Justice card, I'm going to clarify. The Hermit is upright, there's solitude, Lovers upright, there's decisions. Yeah, because you're trying to decide that you have a partner, you don't want a partner, but you're trying to find that solitude, or you're trying to find a soulmate, whether that's how it goes. And whatever decides to know that, you're trying to impress. You're trying to impress somebody, maybe you're trying to enjoy it, maybe you're trying to have your own physical outcome, whatever it is. And things will be happening all at once because you know how it goes. You're trying to not get the nitty-gritty part, but the way how it is, there is a silver lining to every situation, no matter the relationship, no matter what your life is, whatever it is, you pay attention to what's going on in that way. What's this Empress about? The High Priestess here, so you're not using your voice. Temperance here, there's no healing. The Hero and Sorrow, there's guidance. Yes, because you're paying attention about what's going on, and you're paying attention to what's going on in that way, and you're trying to process what you're doing in that way, because everything's all good, But for them, they know that they have guidance. They're paying attention to you, You're paying attention to them, that's how it goes. But this could be wavy. This is the way how it goes, right? So you understand what it takes. Let's see one on the left side for you. Ace of Swords here. So there's a misunderstanding here. There's a misunderstanding for you, Leo, and you pay attention to what's going on, right? What's in the middle? Magician yours, there's no skill, right? What's on the right side for them? The 4 wands here, reverse, there's no celebration. Alright, so what's this Ace of Swords about? The 3 wands here, there's no communication. The Knight of Swords here, there's no drama. But the King of Swords here, there's basically knowledge here. That's how it goes. But when you're closing off your communication, Leo, you're closing off of it. That's how it goes. And when things are not happening, it's like, why are you doing it? You understand what you want, what you get, what you provide, because that's how it goes. You're trying to figure out, everything's going to be fine. Everything's all peachy, or whatever it is. Yes, but as a matter of fact, you have to pay attention what's going on in that way. What's this Magician about? The 3 of Cups here, there's no celebration. World reverse, there's incompletion. The Chariot yours, there's no progress. The 6 of Swords here, there's no movement. The moon is upright, there's misrotations. Yeah, because now the moon is affecting you, Leo. And when it does, right? You're trying to have this inspiration that why is it affecting me? Why it is? Because this is how it goes. You're trying to understand that you're not trying to have your own turmoil. You're not trying to understand the way how it goes. But this is how reflecting it is. If it's affecting you, it could be affecting somebody else, or it could be affecting them, or you, or whatever it is. You decide of how it goes, right? What's this for ones about? The Judgment yours, you're not taking action. Temperance yours, there's no healing. The 5 Sorcerers, there's no conflict. Sorrow yours, there's no inspiration. The Fool is upright, there's change. Yes, because obviously there are things that you must learn first in order to do that. and you think, oh, everything seems to be fine, alright, I know what to do. Yes, but there are lots of ways to consider what you want, what you get, what you provide, because you have to stand that, right? This is the way how it works. This is the way how it goes, And when you do it, it's like, okay, everything's going to be happening. They will clarify for you as the King of Swords. I do a 3-card reading. So, Knight of Cups reverse, there's no romance. The Hierophant reverse, there's no guidance. Ace of Swords reverse, there's no anxiety. But Fool is upright, there's change, So you are changing, they are changing. Right? You versus them, right? Or you versus there, whatever it is, right? You know what I mean. So I'm not trying to make you laugh about this one tarot reading, but if it does, go ahead, right? But the way how it seems to be, you understand how it goes in that way, Leo, you have to understand that you believe that you are being romantic, you're being sincere, you're being lovable, you're being who you are. And no matter if you're facing another Leo as a woman or a Leo as a man, whatever it is, it all depends on you, right? That's how it goes. And when things are happening all at once, you know how it goes, right? This is the way it seems to be. And when you do it, that's how it goes. What's this moon card about? The Nine of Pentacles here. Nine of Pentacles upright, you're feeling comfortable. Queen of Cups upright, there's empathy. Ace of Cups reverse, there's no satisfaction. But the Strength of reverse, there's no bravery. So basically, the Queen of Cups is upright. It does represent two sides of the story here. It's called empathy. Then you have to figure out about, what's going on between this side of the story or the next side of the story. That's how it goes. You're feeling comfortable because everything's all comfortable for you. That's how it goes. Clarify this Strength card here. The Six of Pentacles here, there's no kindness, right? Because you're being mean, you're being awkward, you're being uncertainty, whatever it is, and you're having no kindness whatsoever, Leo. It's like, why you keep doing it, That's how it goes. Let me clarify this Six of Pentacles. Chariot yours, there's no progress. Yeah. This Seven of Cups is alright. There's basically a delusion, because it's like you're having a deja vu moment. It's like, why are you doing it? But the way how this is like everything has to be all good. But you understand that, right? There are things that you need to understand to manifest of what you want, what you get, what you perceive, because that's how it goes. It's like you're trying to have your own interaction to understand what you want, because that's how it goes. You might be dealing with another Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You might do another with another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You might deal with another Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. You might deal with another Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. No matter what you're going to be facing, that's how it goes, right? That's how it goes. What's this Fool card about for them? Nine of Swords are, there's drama. Six of Swords is upright, there's movement. Ten of Pentacles are, because they are focusing on their career, right? They're focusing on what they want. Because that's how it goes in that way. It's like, alright, this seems to be very interesting, I know what to do. This is the way how it goes. I'm trying to, have this own diversion. I'm not trying to diverge myself. But the way how this is, Leo, you have to pay attention. Because you have to stand about the ways of knowing about your own interaction to understand of what's going on in that way and think, alright, this seems to be happening. Right, that's how it goes. So let's see what's going on for you, Leo. Let's see what the universe is saying. So then we go from the middle to the left, middle to right. Five of Cups card, there's grief. Three of Cups card, there's celebration. Page of Swords card, there's education. Six of Wands card, there's achievement. Yes, exactly, because everything's achievable. That's how it goes. So when you have your own celebrations, when you have education, things are happening all at once, right? That's how it goes. I don't know why you're having grief. But the way of this is like there is a temporary state of knowing what to do, but you understand that, this seems to be happening, already know what to do, But this is how it goes. You're not playing heads or tails. You're not trying to flip a coin. You're not trying to do what you're doing. But the way how it goes, you understand how it goes, and you're trying to have your own interaction to understand that. Let's put in the middle and the right side, please, for them. Queen Pentacles, there's stability. Page Cups, there's loyalty. Empress, there's nourishment. Yeah, because the way for them, they're having loyalty, stability, nourishment, things are happening all at once, is the way it seems to be able considering your own options to understand what they want versus you. That's how it goes, and you have to try to understand it. You're not trying to play the blame game. You're not trying to have your own ways, but you understand how it goes. What's in the middle of this situation? Queen of Sorcerers, there's no independence, but Eight of Pentacles, there's perfection. Yes, everything is all perfect, but the way how this is, it's like, you have to understand that, right? If you're not showing your independence, it's like, why you keep doing it? That's how it goes. And when things are happening, that's the way it seems to be. So, you have to understand the basic needs about this, Leo. You have to pay attention to what's happening. You have to understand about your own reality. You have to have your own originality, whatever it is. And you have to understand that, because there are ways to understand about how you're feeling that way, and you have to try to understand that. You're trying to promote, you're trying to decide what you're doing, Leo. You have to understand about what you're facing in your own ability to understand about what's going on, and this is how it goes. You're trying to have your own ability to understand what you want, what you get, what you provide, but the way how it goes, right? If the universe is saying everything's perfect, or you have your own perfection, or whatever it is, you decide about that, right? You decide of what's happening around that situation, no matter if you don't like it or not. But the way how this is like, oh, okay, I know what to do, alright, this seems to be working, alright, but that's how it goes, right? So you understand what it takes, because that's how it goes in that way, right? You're trying to read between the lines, or whatever it is, and that's how it goes, right? So before I let you go, try to pay attention to this, Leo, try to pay attention, because the way how this is, you have to stand that in order to do it, right? That's how it goes. So I hope you understand this, and when you do it, that's the way it seems to be, in that way, because you have to stand about what's going on in that way, right? That's how it goes. So I hope you all like this video. Please give a like, please leave a comment if you want, and I'll see you next time. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day to all, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye for now, really. Thanks, and bye.